Welcome to this explainer. Let's just jump right in, because today we're going to fundamentally shift how you think about wealth generation. Seriously, we're breaking down the psychology of money to uncover exactly why the wealthiest among us absolutely refuse to let their cash just sit idle.
So imagine this. Imagine receiving $100,000 right now, today. What would you do with it? If we're being honest, instinctively, most of us would probably just put it straight into a bank account, right? We'd breathe this massive sigh of relief. I mean, we're taught from day one that locking your money away securely is the ultimate financial goal.
But the wealthiest people, they look at that exact same pile of cash and ask a fundamentally different question. They ask, how can this money make more money? You see, they don't look at cash as the finish line. Not at all. They treat it as the starting line.
Which brings us to Section 1, the illusion of safe cash.
Now, it is completely human nature to love the tangibility of cash. We can see it, we can count it, and maybe most importantly, it's right there waiting for us if we ever have an emergency. And that tangibility, it makes millions of people genuinely believe that hoarding cash equals wealth. But there's a really massive problem here. Cash that just sits for years usually doesn't grow. It creates this false sense of security. Sure, the number in your account isn't going down, but because it isn't multiplying on its own, it's totally stagnant.
And that leads straight into Section 2, inflation, the silent killer.
Think about your absolute favorite meal for a second. Let's say today it costs you exactly $10, but fast forward just a few years later. You go to that exact same restaurant, you order the identical meal, and boom, it now costs $12. Your cash didn't physically disappear from your wallet. I mean, you still hold that original $10 bill, but its power did. It literally can no longer buy what it used to.
That steady loss of purchasing power over time, well, that's the silent force of inflation. It's basically the invisible enemy of your savings, and it is exactly why savvy investors refuse to leave all their money sitting in cash. They know that by doing nothing, by just letting it sit there in a vault somewhere, they're actually losing.
This takes us into Section 3, cash versus growing assets.
Let's consider two incredibly disciplined friends. You've got John, and he uses a strict bank account only strategy. He saves every extra dollar into a standard checking account. Then you have David. David also saves a crucial emergency fund, which is super important, but he takes his remaining money and actively invests it into diversified assets over many years. Now, both guys are doing exactly what they set out to do, but while John's purchasing power slowly erodes thanks to inflation, David is actively putting his money to work and watching it grow. So, let's look at Section 4. How the wealthy think. The wealthy, they don't usually walk around asking, how much money do I have? Instead, they ask a very different question. How many assets do I own? And the reason for this is wonderfully simple, actually. Assets continue working even when you're sleeping. If you only focus on how much cash you have, well, your money is lazy. But when you focus on assets, your money becomes this incredibly active employee, working for you around the clock.
So, what do those working assets actually look like in the real world? We're talking about things like businesses that generate revenue, stocks with long-term growth potential, and real estate that produces rental income. The overarching goal here isn't to just collect giant piles of cash, it's to build intelligent systems that consistently create more and more value over time.
Now for Section 5, building your financial future.
Before we go out and start building these systems, we really have to address a major trap. Higher income alone does not guarantee financial success. A lot of people just assume getting a higher paying job automatically equals wealth. But if your spending rises every single time your income rises, which is a very common trap known as lifestyle creep, building wealth becomes nearly impossible. You could literally be making massive amounts of money, but you're just running faster and faster on a financial treadmill. Escaping that treadmill requires a really concrete roadmap. Step 1, build an emergency fund. Because let's be real, you absolutely still need a cash safety net for the unexpected turns in life. Step 2, control unnecessary debt. You have to stop high interest from eating away at your potential. And finally, Step 3, invest consistently. This systematic approach allows you to actually align your investments with your specific goals, and of course, your personal risk tolerance.
And here's the best part. You do not need millions of dollars to start thinking differently. You just need small, consistent habits. Save regularly. Keep learning about money, which is exactly what you're doing right now. Build skills to increase your income, and invest carefully for the long haul. Believe me, small habits, repeated over many years, create truly remarkable results.
Honestly, it all boils down to a pretty profound philosophical takeaway. Money itself is just a tool. That's it. The real difference in wealth generation is simply how you choose to use that tool. Wealthy people, they don't try to make their money look impressive by buying flashy things they don't actually need. They strive to make their money productive.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final, somewhat provocative thought. The next time you save money, ask yourself this: is this money only sitting here, or is it actually helping build my future? Just let that sink in for a second. I highly encourage you to actively reevaluate your own saving habits today, because the more you understand money, the better decisions you're going to make. Thanks so much for diving into this with me.